So this evening, I'm excited for you to join us for a night of discourse amongst our students. So we're uplifting our students' voices because we want them to know here at Jones House, not only is it about exploring and learning new things, but also learning and knowing that your voice matters in this space. So tonight you get an opportunity to hear from the students directly about their views on the world and how they feel about the spaces that they're navigating. And I also want you to know that these thoughts are those of our students and not those of Jones House directly, but that's the beauty of it all. So join us for a night of a chat and chew, as we would call it, and just listen to the discourse and enjoy.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What worries you most about the future, and how do you think your generation can change it?
You wanna go first? I can go.
Okay.
It was about the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how I generate the future. Okay, I feel like the thing about the future I kind of worry about us the most is kind of like sustainability. Like I worry about like if we're gonna be able to afford certain things, and things like that can always like change. The world's always changing, but I feel like for us it's like is the older generation in favor of us? Because I feel like a lot of the older generation puts a lot of blame on us. But any type of critical thinking, anything that's negative in quotations of our generation is their fault, because the previous generation kind of controls what the next generation does. And I don't feel like the previous generation did a good job of setting us like a good foundation for our future. So we kind of have to build our own, which I feel like kind of gives us a lot more credibility in being our own independent type of people, which we don't really get portrayed. We don't get portrayed as, we get portrayed as like lazy or like we're not efficient enough, but I feel like we do a lot, and for how the world is kind of against us in certain things, I feel like we do a great job, like holding our own.
What do you think we can do to change that, though? Or improve the state of things?
I feel like it just comes with time. It comes with time because think about certain things like the politics. Like once we get old, like once we're older, we can be in certain positions, and we get to make the rules. So it takes more time because we're like what? What's our generation like?
Gen
Z.
I'm talking like the age range. Like
15 to 17.
something like that, like high school to like 20 something. So let's just say that. So once we're old enough to be in power, I feel like it's when it kind of changes.
I would disagree with you. I feel like we can change stuff now. I think being in the Burroughs Student Leadership Academy definitely changed my point of view, because I used to think I would have to wait until I was older to make a difference or feel different. But I think part of it is just your mindset and giving yourself grace, especially in this generation where I feel social media sets an unrealistic expectation for us that we have to have our own apartment, have our own job. Everything has to be figured out. I don't think so. I think one, the cost of living is higher, so to be able to afford an apartment, I think you'll have to work for longer, save up, and for me, I think I'm just trying my best to, become financially literate and learn now so I can do better later.
Right, yeah, definitely. I could resonate with that. Because I'm excited for the future, for what it has for me. Generally, when I think about the future, when I used to think about the future, I always think, I'm scared, I don't know what I'm going to do, of course, but throughout the Leadership Academy, it's giving me like this pathway, and not just one, but many walkways in which I can take, not just now, but whatever mindset I have to change.
I second that. A lot of kids in our age range don't know what to do right now, because I don't know if some watch the news or some don't. There's been a lot of things happening, and some don't know that you can get a job as early as 14 and start working and try to build your own. I think also with the Student Leadership Academy, I really thank them for them and Joan's house for creating the youth jobs program, which opens up a lot of people's eyes on, I'm not just supposed to sit here and just go to school and come home. There's other stuff that I can be doing instead of that.
From you and Adam, I'm both hearing that y'all kind of feel unsupported by the generation before, and then you spoke to Joan's house and Burroughs being helpful. I do feel like those resources are here, and I don't think it's necessarily about waiting until we're older to get them. I think, like you said, just kind of looking for them. Once you start looking, and I like to talk about social media when talking about our generation, because it's the big difference between our generation and other generations. Yeah. Your algorithm, so if you interact with stuff about violence or feeling defeated, your feed and your For You page is going to be about violence and feeling defeated. But if you sit at home and you're like, oh my God, I feel like I can't do anything, and you look up things you can do, slowly but surely that will change, and you'll be able to see more and know your options better. But it's all about looking, and I think we have to find the drive to look.
Yeah.
Even though that's hard.
Yeah, it was just, as a generation as a whole, I just feel like not everyone gets like, this is why I'm saying we're blessed, and I'm glad that we have the ability to be in this leadership academy and be able to like talk about things like this. Because there's like not everyone's allowed to like have that type of outreach or that yeah, they don't get to have what we have. So I feel like as a generation, I take back my, I retract my statement. We don't have to, and no one has to hold them weight. But because I learned that because how I think it's Howard County, they had got their voting age lowered to 16 because people in that age group started showing up to like the meetings and they had their voices heard. So you don't actually really have to wait.
Right.
You don't have to wait to change things. You don't have to wait to share your voice. You can put it out there. And not to say like everybody in the older generation doesn't care about us or didn't set up a foundation, but in more forms of like politics or like companies, things like that, they weren't necessarily in our favor in certain ways, in my eyes. So I say for that, yeah, I feel like the thing we could change about our future is that we could do it. We could change the future.
Absolutely. When you guys look at the world right now, socially, politically, environmentally, what gives you guys hope?
I think for me, probably our generation, because right now, I don't really see any hope, especially in our government due to our president. I don't really see what he has to offer for us. But I think our generation, we can start doing stuff to just help us in the future. We can start campaigning for different things and just trying to have a better life for ourselves instead of living in something we don't want.
Yeah. I agree. Because like, I feel like the fact that there's just people, even like people who aren't in our age group, like as long as there's someone fighting, I feel like that gives hope. Because I feel like I remember like when the election first happened, I was like, oh, we're fried. But seeing how like people like Westmore, like our governor, and just seeing like how he really wants to fight for us, and he's even going against what he used to say and all these things. It's like, it's nice to see that there's still people who are fighting for us, and that there's people like us fighting. So I feel like that's kind of, that gives me a drive to like still want to like give up.
Yeah, and just looking at like that politically, it kind of like, I would say like falls into socially, because we like, of course, like on social media, you're now influenced, you see these things now changing because of people or political organizations in our lives and for our future. So I feel like it's like it works out on both sides in terms of it being politically spoken and socially.
I agree. I feel like with the precedent that's so openly unconstitutional and insidious, I feel our generation, now that we're, I think, really taking the brunt of his bad behavior, in the future we won't go for something like that again. And that's my hope, at least. And I think his bad behavior, while it's frustrating and it's damaging, I think it will really get in our heads, let's not do that again.
Let's not let that happen.
Yeah. So that does give me hope, politically and socially, because people from both sides, it doesn't matter what you believe in, I think his level of crazy has reduced everyone else's level of crazy. Like, maybe I don't need to support someone like that. Maybe I should do my research before voting for someone. So
Yeah.
But definitely on a political level, House members or like our governor as well, fighting for us and just the U.S. in general. That definitely gives me hope between Westmore pulling out emergency funding for SNAP benefits and Crockett going against so much stuff. That definitely, yes, that definitely gives me a lot of hope in my heart that we're trying to steer into the right direction.
Yes. All right. Let's ready for the next one. Or
I can say the next question.
all right.
How do social media and comparison affect your sense of confidence or peace?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
How do social media and comparison affect your sense of confidence or peace?
I can talk about that. Who wants to get off first?
So definitely with me getting like social media just like a year ago now when I turned 15, there's definitely a lot of comparison online, especially with women and young ladies, like comparing like how they look, how they do stuff, and even going down to like how their culture is and how that differs to like a lot. So like comparison, it really hits hard, especially because like you'll see all these people and then you're like, oh, why am I not like them? Why don't I look like them? Why can't I do something like them? And it creates like a kind of dark like part of your mind where like you go to pretty often and just kind of sit and dabble into that until the right people come along to kind of help you get you out of it.
I've recently, I don't know, I'm very disconnected from social media. Like I'm not like one of those people who like do all like the stuff. I mean, I post obviously. I post for my friends. I post for people I care about. But,
So if we were to go to your screen time,
that's different.
It's not what we're talking about.
I'm watching reels. That's something separate.
Hey, that's still scrolling.
But I could say it definitely does affect like confidence. Like you see, like it's the comparison. Like I see as a musician, you see videos of kids who are in kindergarten playing instruments beyond levels that you can even comprehend. It's just like wow.
Or like
the kid who plays the drums.
No, the guy. It's not coming, but the guitarist. He's like 7 or something.
Who's like sweet picking.
Producer or something.
Yeah, he plays
That
Yeah.
kid,
Oh my
yes.
Bro, he plays like 210 BPM, and that's crazy. I'm
Yeah, I know. It's just
and I would get why you compare it to.
yeah, it's like wow, like what did he do different from me that allowed him to be born with the ability to play guitar like an adult? I wanted to do that, but it's like I have a friend, his name is Noriel, and he said a quote when we were on the phone. He was joking, but like it kind of resonated with me because I'm like, wow, that's really true. He said, comparison is the thief of joy, and I was like, wow, like it really is, because I recently just stopped comparing myself to other people on social media. Number one, because I realized social media is just like fake. So that was a revelation. It was also just like everybody goes through their own things, and social media just shows you what you're supposed to see, not what you're not supposed to see. So you don't see any of the imperfections, like you don't see any of that, because you're not going to be clicking on someone who's throwing a temper tantrum because they didn't get their way. Like you're not going to want to see that. You're going to want to see someone happy because they just unboxed like a PS5 or something, like things like that. But yeah, it's like, but I feel like the thing that kind of hurts me more is how I see like hurt and affect other people. Like my friends, like I see friends who I can tell are self-conscious, and they see certain things where like when they bash, I would say like for a cultural example is how like social media bashes black people a lot, and as I consider myself pro-black all the time. I see things like that. Like this morning, I saw a post talking about how modeling agencies, as a way of like kind of shunning like hair texture within the black community, they like make the models, like black models, go bald.
Texturism.
Right, it's texturism, but you see like aspects of like black culture, not even just in modeling, but like everywhere. But it's just weird how we get suppressed for certain things. They'll
Take all of our
yeah, they'll
stuff.
just take everything.
Yeah.
But we can take your stuff, but you can't be yourself. And it's just things like that. It's just like social media doesn't. I don't let it affect me. Like, you know, it's a personal thing, but it's like it gets me because of how it affects people like me. And it's challenging because I would say we do a good job. Like even though like I would say the world, or specifically let's say America, for black people isn't really in our favor, we still do a good job of like persevering even though we're supposed to be against odds. Like I believe, I had a conversation with my friend, I believe that as an American you were supposed to be born white. You're supposed to be born white. That, and I say that not in like, oh that's what you need to be, but I'm saying like that is the intention. Right now in America, that is the intention for you to be a white man, like, you know, all those things that fall under that. But it's just like you don't have to be that anymore. Like the standard that they put on black people, like having to like fit in or like turn a shy away, it's just it's sad. It's very sad. It definitely comes at times. Like it's just so tiring seeing people put us down. It's just like, why? Like what about me, and me literally just having more pigment in my skin causes you to be so hostile? Like, I see videos of like Christians, which is even more surprising, like white or Christian nationalists, is what they label themselves. They put their supremacist ideologies above God because they're just, and it's just like, wow, like you're really that spiteful just because I don't look like you. And social media likes to put that out there, like a lot of that rhetoric, hate, and self-deprivation, like things like that. But especially at our younger generation, it's like a crazy target. But I would just say for people our age, staying true to your heart, like don't let that affect you. Like, that's what they want. So always be careful.
I'm sorry. I feel like in some ways it inherently affects you, and in it affecting other people. Like I feel parents will probably second this, watching your kid fall into the trap of social media it affects you too, even if you don't even have a phone. Watching like our moods change, us lose sleep, etc. over social media. It affects everybody. And then you mentioned cultural appropriation, and social media really like laid a yellow brick road for that.
Yeah.
If you want to steal culture, please, you literally, all you have to do is type in the word black hair, black clothes, and it will show you a stereotype, but it will show you black culture. And then things that are trendy, like, what was that? I think it's Renegade. A young black lady made the original dance, a TikTok trend, and then another famous TikToker, Charlie D'Amelio, went viral for doing the exact same dance to the exact same song, I think. With no credit. And I resent social media for that. So I kind of limit myself to, like, for my friends, posting things or reposting things that I think are important, and using social media as a tool, not as another friend. It's not your friend, and it's built to like indoctrinate you in a lot of ways and make you okay with things that in real life are not okay at all.
I think for also like to second what Adam said, it's really hard to be on social media as like a person coming from like 7 different origins, like the Hispanics, the blacks, just like being mixed in general. It's really hard because you'll see one thing like about your culture, or like one part of your culture, and then you'll just see like another about the next, and you'll just like kind of fall like into a deep rabbit hole about like, oh, this is what you're supposed to look like with these genes and everything, and it can just really kind of knock a person down.
Can we talk about AI though? I thought
Yes.
someone else was going to
Yeah.
mention it. Oh my god, AI, it's been tearing me up. Do you know that one King Von song, Armed and Dangerous?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw an AI remake of it in like a 1940s style with someone singing it, AI, I don't know who was singing it, but someone was singing it by way of AI. And in some ways it disgusted me because it's like, I'm tired of AI. Like, the world is ending, the sky's falling. But also it made me think about the lyrics of that song more and what he was actually saying and how I think we can do a better job, at least in the Black community, of getting our message across in different ways. Like, I think social media has definitely contributed to boxing us in our own culture. That if I don't have my edges laid, or if I don't own a Bugatti, or if I don't cuss or rap, I'm not Black. Or if I didn't come from the hood, I don't qualify for Black, which isn't true. And I think exploring different avenues to say the same thing as someone who may be from the hood, who may have those stereotypically Black, I guess, credentials, whatever that means, and still get your message across, and it'll still be powerful. And I appreciated it. I just didn't appreciate that it's AI. But
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like AI, I feel like I'm not pro AI, but I'm not against it. Like, I think any type of technological advancement is good, just with moderation. Like AI has like no legal restrictions realistically. Like I was saying like a quick, easy fix on AI, especially like the videos, would literally just put a big watermark on the middle of the video that says on AI. It's something as simple as that would be a simple fix, because it's just like, I saw a video. It was the new AI that came out, Sora AI. Those videos are crazy. Like, it's so realistic. Like, I was like, oh, this one, the last one before was like, it was easy, but this one was kind of hard. Like, the only time I noticed is when you see like a little tiny watermark in the corner. And to what you were saying about things about like the messages as a community, when it comes to things like that, like the rapping, things like that, I try to look at it in a different light, because historically it's not our fault. Like, these are the situation that it's in. It's a system that's set up. Like, it's meant to be this way. Black people are meant to have this caricature of being aggressive, rapping, and drugs, all that. That's how it's set up. So I try to look at rappers or even people like that in a different light, because I'm like, although there are things about you I don't agree with that you do, I won't look at you differently because it's not your fault that you were born in a different situation from me that was against your will. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but I'm sharing my perspective to kind of share with you guys that, like, when you see things like that, I try to say, think about like the system at hand. I feel like this conversation of like the Black community needs to fix this is a very important conversation. There's a lot of issues in the Black community, but along with that, we need to also understand that there's a system that needs to be broken, because we can't as a community get better if there's a system that is keeping us in the circle. So we need to be aware of that fact that this is the government that is doing these things to keep us here or to keep us below there. Like, think like the SAT. The whole purpose of the SAT is to keep minorities out of schools. Why are we still taking them? The schools don't even, I've done like 3 applications within this past week, and every single one of them told me, even if you submit your scores, they won't be like applied. They won't, I'm about to say, they won't be counted. So why are we still taking the test? It's like, we're taking a test that was used to keep people like me out of school. And I think it's like, why are we still taking this test? And it's things like that. Like, the government has tried to keep us down, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear my friends, it's like, oh, the Black community is not. Yes, as a community, we definitely can do better, especially with the younger generation. Like, you see a lot of the YN culture, like that stuff. I think that's ridiculous. I think that definitely needs to be something that's talked about. But we also need to be like, hey, government, stop being so evil. Stop being so evil. But like literally, yeah, like it's also the system. Like, we're not gonna be able to escape the circle of the negatives in our community if we are still allowing the government to get away with keeping us down like this.
You ready for the next question?
Yes.
Man, let's get it. Okay, so next question is, what is something about growing up in PG County that shaped you overall? shaped you who you are today?
You should
Sorry.
say what you said earlier.
What?
What was it, school?
Oh yeah, school. Oh yeah. Overall, growing up in school, or just being in school generally, especially in PG County, I did a lot of moving. So there was a point where I was here in PG County, and then moved all the way up to Laurel. Maybe you guys know where that's at, and just like the cultural differences and where what I've seen has definitely shaped me into the person I am, because of the fact of the people, the teachers. I could say I've definitely been influenced in terms of being in PG County, and I love that. I certainly enjoy that because I've gathered so much from other individuals, looking socially and sometimes politically, of course. Just overall, what's happening here, it's done a lot for me. I'm glad I could say. I'm glad I was here.
Yeah.
Definitely being in PG County, it showed me like this is one of like the most diverse counties in my opinion. I really can't talk for like any other county, but PG County has definitely been the most diverse between, you know, like every ethnicity you can think of, but a good chunk of it being from different cultures and just having different perspective in general. I think also another thing about PG County, the like head officials, like the council or like the governor, they love to be like a part of their community and like want to get out there and like, you know, talk to the kids and like see what they can do as well to like kind of shape the community more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with Will on the school thing. Like, I was literally telling my mom, I was like, low key, I don't think I would want to go to any other like schools. Like, the PG is great. Like, obviously, it's like not everything's gonna be perfect, but for the most part, like I don't have any downsides. I'm in a POC-driven community. Like, our leaders are all people of color. It's like it's like diverse. Like, there's different things. It's not just bland. Like, there's culture, there's unity. I feel like there's a lot of I'm about the wrong community. There's a lot of community in Prince George's County. I mean, yeah, like school has really showed me, like it showed me different types of people, different types of culture, like, and because of like for example, I went to my Angela Prince Immersion and it was predominantly like black. So I only really ever knew about like black people, and even though we were in Ivy school, I still didn't know much about other cultures because I never got to experience it. Once I walked into Crossland, I first learned that the Hispanic people are a group of people, but I also learned there's different cultures that came with that. So it's like, because I'm in PG, you know, you learn a lot about like just different like culture groups. Like, I was just in the car with Will, we was listening to music, and I was like, we were talking about like different genres.
Yeah, we were
like,
talking
music.
about the Dominican mambo.
Yes, yes, we were listening to that on the way here.
And he did not know one word they were saying.
And I couldn't say one word. But yeah, it's like PG is great. Like, and you know, like Camila was saying, like the people who are in power, like actually want to outreach to the younger generation. Like they actually come out here. Like Burroughs is the first person I met in a position of power who's like super happy to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like when he walked in here, literally put at me a smile. So yeah, PG is great. I love it here.
Yeah, I agree. Like growing up here, it's been very beneficial for me, especially school-wise. Like Adam said, at least for Austin RCT programs, that definitely helped me navigate my future. Because before, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'm thankful that I'm in PG and I get to attend this great school that helps me want to know how I want to be. And my program's engineering, and I definitely like engineering. I like the bondings, the math, stuff like that, and I'm glad that I can do that stuff at my school. And like Adam and Camila said, I'm ready for our governor and Mr. Edward Burroughs, he even made this wonderful academy. So that's why we're here today, just talking about all of this. So I'm thankful for that as well.
Shout out Burroughs.
Shout out Burroughs.
Alright, you guys ready for the next one?
Oh, who wants it? You wanna do your one? Or you have one over there?
How do you define success for yourself at this stage of life?
That's a hard question. Louis,
Okay. Success can mean a lot of things now.
It-
Especially now.
yeah, but
Like-
Do y'all want to like break it down to one category?
okay, should we do like levels of
No,
success?
Probably just one.
Okay,
category.
or should we just do like, we should just throw things out at it, like throw things out?
I feel like we should do like personal.
I think that's what the question is asking, like, what does success mean, like, to you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can start. Well, for me, I feel like it means just doing well in school and really trying to navigate what you want to get older. I know when I go down to be very successful, I want to at least make 6 figures. So right now, I really have to think about what I really need to do so I can be successful in life. And what colleges I have to apply for, what do they expect from me, what jobs do, like what careers do I want to put myself in, so I can really live the life I want to live. So I can just think about that now.
Me.
Okay.
Okay, so what success means to me as of now, of course good grades, we all agree on that, but overall, just getting to the point of having 6 figures, of course, and something really big to me, big to my heart, is being first generational in terms of graduating university. No one in my family has actually graduated university or even past middle school or high school. So definitely, it's already meant so much for me. Getting to that next step would pave and give me an outline, give me like a sense of like you're on the way to success. You know, but as of now, high school's already been an enlightenment to me. When I get to university, it's gonna be even bigger. So I'm really excited for that. And even after that, hopefully becoming an electrical engineer also. It's something on my plate, on something. It's been on my mind. I've been working towards things, not just within the Leadership Academy, of course, outside of it. But this is such a big I forgot to say the word. I don't know how to say the word. Just forget it. But like, just working towards it. It contributes a lot. Yeah.
Definitely for me, success, like everyone has said, is getting good grades and especially getting into like these programs like the Leadership Academy, getting my first job as a peer mentor, which I was very thrilled about because this was my first job. I've never had anything like this before. One big thing on my plate that I want to get down, and I've probably told all of y'all about this, but it's owning my own like cafe.
Oh yeah.
Food truck.
Yeah, my food truck.
I'm definitely gonna go get me a plate or two.
I'm biased. That's gonna be the spot.
This spot, like, every Saturday, 6 p.m. on the dot waiting.
Like
On the-
Korean food and
It's
like
a
lots of crossing.
It's a lot of crossing cuisines in there, which that's another story for another day. But yeah, that's definitely what success means to me. Just trying to be, kind of just be on my own path, and yeah.
Success for me, I think just peace and like emotional stability. Because I feel like tying success to anything else would not necessarily lead to disappointment, but life happens and I know things are going to change. But if I have peace regardless, I will be much more fulfilled. And I don't want to tie like success to a specific job or role because things change, life happens, and yeah, I don't want to set myself up to be disappointed. So I'd rather say success for me is being at peace no matter what, and also having like a good inner circle. I have a pretty good one now, my family, and then this helps me socialize more. Burroughs Student Leadership Academy. So I'm building relationships and just having lasting and like valuable relationships. That means a lot to me too.
Success for me is kind of like I still am like I'm a big perfectionist. Like it has to be right, but I came to like distance myself from that mindset because I started to realize like like you were just saying, like stuff happens in life. Like things happen, things don't always go your way. So I kind of changed my mentality to as long as you make progress. Like, I started to kind of realize like, okay, I'm too busy about if I'm getting to set goal. Like, did I save $100 this month? Did I don't know, walk 5 miles a day, something like that. And more focused on the goal, but I started to realize like anything could have happened. I could have needed to take out money in my account to do something, or I could have do something else a day that would require me to miss those 5 miles a day and do something else, like priorities. So I just kind of changed it to progress. Like my formula of success is, are you doing it? Are you trying? Because I feel like you're not gonna be successful if you don't try. Like you gotta get somewhere. Like so yeah, I just kind of success for me is I need to see myself doing something.
Yeah.
Like music, if I'm not practicing, then I'm not making progress. Like if I play the song, I do a solo, it sucks, but I practiced it. So that's success for me.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Overall, for me, success would have to be like just doing great in all my academics and whatnot. Since I'm like just starting high school, I don't really have like I'm still figuring out my options. Not that I don't have too many. So like I'm just really focusing something on top of everything I have in school and figuring out what option I can do like what my CTE program has to offer me, like and like job wise and what how much money I can make. Probably that, yeah.
What's it mean?
I'm in that one right now.
Y'all are so smart. I can't engineering no.
Yeah, it's hard.
One stereotype about your generation that you wish adults would stop believing.
Another one we talked about.
Yes, bro, we came prepared. It's the lazy, bro. It's the lazy.
Yeah.
It's the lazy. I hate that so much. Like the lazy, the distracted, like girls on their phones. Like, whose fault is that? Who set that system up? But no, it's the lazy. Like I hate the lazy thing so much. Like I don't know where the incentive came from. I don't know if it's because I'm not a lazy person myself. So obviously I'm gonna like can't talk about me. But I think it's kind of narrow-minded to say that our generation is lazy. Like based off what, like people in our age group, they do a lot of, I would say a lot of social work. They do a lot of community work, especially in like PG. There's a lot of community work going on like within the younger age groups. And then I would say like within the county, from my perspective, the people I see in school, they do good at school. I mean, they get a couple things, but for the most part, they do their work. So I think the lazy thing is just really like, it's just kind of,
What's it called? I don't know if it's just for me, but like my mom would always be like, oh, like back then we used to be like, it's those types of like, you know, oh, this is what I used to do and this is what you're doing now. And I'm like,
the comparison.
Yeah, the comparison. It kind of falls back in, but yeah, I would agree with you on that one. The laziness is definitely brought on as a topic.
It's
Lazy.
especially when they get like really burnt out because of like, you know, activities or like school in general. Because school now, it's getting like a lot of, I think school's always been about like pressure, but it's just been more amped up since this 25 season after the class of 24 left. Yeah. After they left, it's just been kind of more ramped up and just everyone's getting kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
So that some parents, I know some parents don't believe and like being burnt out, and they like put that under laziness, and some kids don't know like how to express like how they're feeling to their parents. So
I would say to the school thing, I think, well, if you're a woman, you know our right to learn, and Black people or people in any minorities know it's a privilege that we are able. It's a privilege or a right that our ancestors have fought for. Let me put it that way. And so it is a blessing to be able to go to school and to learn. And so I think the older generation, I think they're looking at it as a blessing, but with that blessing comes a lot of other responsibilities and a lot of stress, especially because we were given the right to go to school and to learn, but not with like open arms and rainbows and welcome goodie bags. It was like, okay, they've been fighting, I guess we have to say yes. And so with that, there's a system even in schools to keep us discouraged, stressed out, and unrealistic expectations for what a teenager should be able to do in one night or in 1 week without, if you're not blessed with a loving and accepting teacher, without reasonable help or without personalized help, which people's brains work differently, so it's helpful to have. And I'm saying that from the perspective of someone that hasn't been in the public school system since the 6th grade. So I have both sides. I started off in DC public schools, then mostly white private school in Virginia, and then my dad's, in a private school in PG County, and then my dad's homeschool umbrella. And the difference is major. I get personalized education there, although the social part of it might not be there, and then I get, on the other end, I get social everything, but with all that socializing, you get discrimination because racism isn't gone, it's still here. You get lack of being able to focus, maybe because of electronics. But yeah, that narrative, school is harder than it looks. It's not just about learning anymore.
Yeah,
And I don't think it ever really was, honestly.
I was about to say, I wanted to chime in on that. That too, like the lazy thing is just like, it's like annoying because like, think about like school, for example, the school example, like school isn't even set up to really make you retain information now. I would say there are some teachers that do care and there are some that don't. I'd say I've experienced both halves, but I would say the teacher that actually did care about teaching and was fired. I'm not gonna talk about that here, but he was fired for a reason that was stupid. But it's like they get rid of the teachers who actually do care about their students as a whole, but they kind of, there are teachers in the school systems, not just general statement, but there are teachers in schools that only care about certain select amount of students instead of giving that energy to everyone. So it's more about bias than it is like, I want every kid in here to learn. It's okay, why don't you teach ones who care? And I don't think that's fair, even if they don't want to learn. Like, I feel like it's your job as a teacher, like, hey, you're in my classroom, you're gonna learn. Because I want it as a teacher, if I was a teacher, I wouldn't want any of my students walking around being uneducated. That just defeats the whole point of being a teacher. So yeah, it's like school's definitely not set up for us to learn. It needs to be reworked, like bad. So I have to say.
I will say, and this is the last thing I'll say, but a lot of schools are under-resourced. So you have teachers working with like the bare minimum. And so I'm not too hard on teachers because the material from which they're teaching is kind of outdated considering the stuff that we're dealing with electronics, like modern technology. And I know it is as bad as the older generation makes it out to be. Technology is a nightmare, and AI is a nightmare, and so the education system needs to be kind of reformed to acknowledge that. But
Cool. Guys, this is our last question. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Alright. How has John's house or the Leadership Academy impacted you?
who's John's?
I'm so sassy.
Run it back.
Alright. How long you been in the program, man?
These are between your second year, right?
It's Joan's house.
Yes.
Okay, restart.
Alright guys, this is our last question. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
How has Joan's house or the Leadership Academy impacted you?
Man, it's been so much for me. I would never imagine myself speaking at a government building in terms of actually like advocating for my district. I remember just that happening, me going back home, and I'm thinking like, what did I just do? Like, what did I just do? Because I would never imagine myself to do that like at all in any case. And to have that opportunity just shows how much it's affected me because I still think about it. I remember talking to Mr. Harris about it, and I was like I didn't want to do it, but I did at the same time. But by the end of the day, it showed me a lot. It showed me public speaking, it showed me advocating for your district, of course, speaking for yourself and speaking for others, of course. And just knowing that it affected me just overall, and it still does. It pushes me to do even more with this Leadership Academy with Joan's house. So when I say this program has done so many things for me, it really has. I can't stress enough. I can't put it into words how much this program has done for me, and it's beyond words.
I feel the same way. For me, I was really shy. Yeah, for me, I was really shy growing up, and I wanted to do stuff, but I never had the courage to. And joining this program, it really just helped me just become more of myself, like who I really want to be. Like public speaking, that was definitely something I struggled with. And look at me now, I'm talking at a roundtable dinner with everyone here, and I know back then I could have done that. I've been really scared out of my mind. And it also has provided me a job. I'm a peer mentor. I remember Mr. Harris texted me, and he texted me, and I was so happy because I was worried that I wasn't going to have a job because I was turning 16 soon, and I really did want to start working. So I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity for that. And I know I can get many more opportunities for this Leadership Academy. So I'm forever thankful for Mr. Harris, Mr. Burroughs, Mr. Angelo, and I'm thankful for everyone here too that just helps support me also.
You're the GOAT.
For me, like although just starting, like not just whatnot, like this being our first year, it has taught me like to be more converse and open with people, like open my mouth more, and use my words and like speak my mind. That's what I'm trying to do. And I feel like this can take me pretty far.
So with the Jones house, I would have like never suspected me to break out of my shell that I've always been in, because I've always been kind of away from everyone. Like I've never found the right group of people to talk with and share ideas with. But when I got in, when I first got in, I didn't believe that I was going to until I got the email, and I was just so proud, and so it's oh, there's a whole new fresh faces I can talk to and everything. And so with this whole thing between the trips, the opportunities, the workshops we've been through, I duly love every one of them to the bottom of my heart. When I got my peer mentor job, I was so elated. I texted Mr. Angelo and Mr. Harris with a screenshot saying I got it, and I was just blabbering on because I was it's my first job. I'm so excited. I was even thanking them for helping me along the way, because I would have never learned how to do a resume if it wasn't for them. I wouldn't know how to do an interview, or how to. I know the interview was virtual, but you still dress for it. I would have never learned how to do anything if it wasn't for Joan's house or the academy in general.
Well, one, at Joan's house, I had my first job as a peer mentor, and that was exciting. But then also, I think just the Student Leadership Academy and all of that contribute to it. I've gained like a sense of identity, and that I can show up, put my best foot forward, and it's not gonna be looked over. Like, it will be recognized. Even the students that don't have jobs right now, which if they ask, I'm sure there will be a way made for them, but they are still recognized. We have like, I believe, Student Leader of the Month. And that's really inspiring because, especially my experience in that private school in Virginia, I was putting my best foot forward and showing up, and I wasn't recognized in the way I should have been. And this has kind of helped me find myself again in that, like, no, I am smart, and I will make friends, and I will be recognized for putting my best foot forward. Yeah, that's encouraging, and I'm grateful for that.
I would like to say I'm very grateful for the District Leadership Academy. Like, so grateful. Like, at first, I remember it was like when it first came out, like around December of last year. I had sent in my thing. I don't think I sent in my application one time, but I sent it in, and then I remember William kept coming to me asking me like, "Hey, why aren't you showing us the things?" So I was like, "Oh, I haven't been getting emails." And then William had reached out to Mr. Harris. Shout out Mr. Harris. And Mr. Harris had sent me an email letting me know like, "Hey, you're in the academy." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And when I first had joined, I thought it was gonna be just not trying to downplay, but I thought it was just going to be like we're going on trips for education. Like we were supposed to go to the White House in January, but I don't think we didn't get to go because of the snowstorm. Because of the snowstorm. Yeah. But there was that, and then we had the Annapolis General Assembly. I was like, oh, like we're going like important places. And then when I had finally met Burroughs too, it was just like, wow, like Burroughs is such like he's a role model for me. Like I had lost my father my freshman year, and I always kind of felt not empty, but I kind of felt like there's like something I need for like guidance, like as a man. And I feel like this academy has provided that for me. And Mr. Harris, Mr. Angelo, Mr. Burroughs. So there's always been like a connection I have with it, because it's not even just about like the workshops, the betterment, the resumes. It's more about like the connections I had. Like that's a lot more special to me, because I'm very in tune with my emotions, and I'm glad that I can be around people who I feel vulnerable and inspired by. Like, these are people that I look up to. Like I admire Mr. Harris like so much. Like I've never seen someone like so like he's like I don't even know how to explain it. He's like a guy. Like Mr. Harris is that guy. Like he really is. Like he's like really like inspirational for me, along with Mr. Burroughs and Mr. Angelo. So yeah, just like the things like that is like it's special to me, because I always kind of felt like out of place, kind of. Sometimes I feel really out of place. Like you see, like I see like friend groups. My friend groups have friend groups. There's like that happens. But this program has provided me to be a part of a space where I don't have to worry about friend groups. Like we're all like kind of really kind of big. Like we all interact with each other. And then even the older people in the program, like the guys, they interact with us and they treat us like we're not kids. They treat us like we're adolescents, and they treat us our age. And that's really that means a lot to me, to see that there are people who I admire that give me recognition and see me for what I am and what I can be, and that's what I'm most grateful for. So with that, does anyone else have anything?
No, I don't think so.
All right, I think that's all we have, guys.
Okay. First episode of the
Yes.
podcast.
It was great talking with you guys.